All right, what is up, everyone? So the Flyers, they picked up a 6-3 win tonight over the Colorado Avalanche. I am still in Pittsburgh. That's why I'm still in my hotel. Still have all the Flyers stuff up, and I was actually able to stream the game on my computer. Thankfully I was able to watch it. If not, I probably wouldn't have done a video tonight, but thankfully the stream ended up working out. I didn't have any Wi-Fi problems, and I was able to watch the full game. So this was a game where the Flyers are obviously they're coming off that 4-3 heartbreaker loss last night to the Penguins in Pittsburgh, and this was a game where if they won this game, it was good for the weekend. If they didn't win, it kind of hurt their weekend because you lose that game last night where you probably should have won. You outshot the Penguins 17-4 in the third period. You probably should have won it in regulation, shouldn't even have went to overtime. And if they lost this game in regulation, that's 1 out of 4 possible points. They obviously won the game, and they got 3 out of the possible points in 2 games where they played really good. Now, the Avalanche, they were coming off a 12-day break. This was their first game after the All-Star break and the bye week and everything like that. And a lot of people were expecting them to come out really slow, and that was the complete opposite. They were flying through this game. Really early on, they had a couple chances. One of the first plays of the game, they had a 2-on-1. They were just cycling the puck really well. They were very fast. They're always a fast team. They have really quick defense. They get the puck out of their zone quickly. They move it through the neutral zone, and everything leads from there. So this was a game where Flyers couldn't really get anything going. It was kind of just like they were stuck in their own zone. They were just taking way too much time trying to get the puck out of their own zone. The Avalanche were right on it. They were pouncing on every play, and they resulted in a lot of chances. Alex Lyons stood on his head early, and he made some really key saves, keeping the Flyers in the game. And Niskanen, he got a goal. This was a shot where this was probably the first shot from the point that actually got through on net, and it went in. All the other ones were either deflected or it was kind of a pass down low or they dumped it back down low. And this was the first shot from the point that went through. At first, they gave the goal to Couturier. That ended up getting changed after it deflected off of Girard's leg and went in. It made 1-0 Flyers. Late in the period, Nathan MacKinnon, he took a 4-minute double. It was a double minor. It was a high stick. And Niskanen, he was bleeding on the play. He had to get stitches on that as well. And with 4.5 seconds left, Kevin Hayes got a goal. It was a tip. Really nice pass from Van Riemsdyk. He tipped it by Grubauer, and that made it 2-0 Flyers, and they went into the first intermission with a 2-0 lead, and they were lucky to be up 2-0 because, as I said, they were getting swarmed all period, and even after that, it really continued throughout the whole period. But in the second period, the Avalanche, they finally broke through. Nichushkin got a goal, shot from the point, deflected, it went right by line. They had no chance on it. It was just one of them goals. It was just like, it looked like he didn't even see it. He barely moved on the play, and that made it 2-1. Joel Farabee got a goal later. That was his first of the game. He gets another one later on a really nice pass and a really bad defensive play by Cale Makar, who was the guy that we talked last night in the podcast about. He was one of the guys you had to stop, and him and MacKinnon and Makar made a really bad play on this one. He tried to go for the body. Stick was up in the air. Couturier fed a speeding Farabee through the slot. He went to the dangerous area on the ice. He dove for the puck. It was a great pass. Tipped it right by Grubauer. That made it 3-1 Flyers. Rantanen, he got one back for the Avalanche on the power play. A miscommunication where the Flyers penalty kill has been getting eat up the last 2 games. They've given up 3 goals in the last 2 games on the penalty kill, and just hasn't looked good. They haven't really been making it easy. They've been struggling to get the puck out of the zone right away. They've been losing the faceoffs, and they've, as I said, there's just been defensive breakdowns all over the ice, and it led to a goal here. And the one guy there's many guys on the Avalanche power play you do not want to leave open, but they left Rantanen wide open. Kadri made a sweet pass over to him. Nothing Lyon could do. It was a 3-2 hockey game. Late in the period, Sean Couturier made an amazing pass to Joel Farabee. Got his second of the game. It's kind of one of them plays. I don't know if you've ever played an NHL, but it's one of them plays where if you're kind of skating one way, you can throw it behind, and they kind of throw a pass where it just kind of, you turn around like that. It was just like that. Couturier fed Farabee, hit a wide open net. That made it 4-2 Flyers. A little bit later, Burakovsky, he made it 4-3. In the third period, it was back to a 1-goal game. Really nothing Lyon can do. It was a scramble in front. Burakovsky, he was wide open, ripped it to the open part of the net, and that made it 4-3. And then the Flyers took a penalty late, and Kevin Hayes gets a shorthanded goal. Another play by Cale Makar. Pass goes over. Hayes tips it. He gets a 2-on-1 with Claude Giroux, and he rips it by Grubauer, 5-hole. That makes it 5-3. 6th goal was by Scott Lawton. It was an empty net goal shot from the actually slot of the Flyers defensive zone. So it was like a 180-foot goal, something like that. Might have been 190 something, but again, Flyers, they played great tonight. The offense, it started to get going in the second period. They really started to establish a forecheck, and then they started to get all their lines going. Best line tonight, Farabee, Couturier, Voracek, hands down. Amazing line. Farabee, he gets 2 goals. Both Couturier and Voracek had a couple points in a game where we talked about in last night's episode of the podcast where guys like Giroux, guys like Couturier, I predicted Williams-Dyke would get a goal, and he had a glorious chance in the second period. I have no clue how he even missed it. Grubauer made an amazing left pad save, and again, these guys stepped up tonight. The bottom 6, they played good as well. None of them really had many goals, but Connor Bottom and Tyler Pitlick, they made 2 great plays to free up the puck on plays where they crashed in it hard. They were jamming away at the puck, no whistle, and that's what you're told to do when you play hockey. You play till the whistle. That's what they did. They generated a lot of chances, and the Flyers played a really good game tonight. Overall, I thought Alex Lyon was great. He stopped 28 of 31. He had a .903 save percentage, and this was a definite good game for the Flyers tonight. They really don't gain any ground in the playoffs. They do, but they don't at the same time because they're now tied, because there was some matinee games today, so games around like 12:30, 1 o'clock. The Islanders and I believe the Hurricanes, they both got 1 point as well, and the Islanders now have 64, the Flyers have 63. They're now tied with Toronto, Florida. There's just so many teams that are like neck and neck, and if the playoffs started today, the Flyers will be out, even though they are tied. They do not have the tiebreaker. So again, points are everything right now, and they're getting the points. All they're doing is worrying about themselves. You just have to keep picking up points. So the next 2 games, they're 2 teams, they're 2 winnable games. They got the Red Wings on Monday night at 7:30. That's a winnable game. They're the worst team in the league. Then they have the Devils on Thursday night at home. That's another winnable game. You've played the Devils before. The penalty kill was fantastic against them. If you don't remember, that was the home opener. They won 5-0, and Carter Hart got a shutout that game as well. So, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.